Steve Oliver is a phenomenon, a new artist who is somehow managing to stand up and shine brightly in today's somewhat abridged and amused recording industry. At a time when record companies are trimming their talent rosters, CDs and video sales of even the most established artists are slumping, Steve Oliver's prominence is rising. And according to many of the sharpest and most experienced minds in the business, Steve Oliver is a star whose arrival, against today's prevailing odds, is undeniable.
For him to get through that mess out there and be heard by so many people and have so many fans want to buy his record, that's really an accomplishment.
He's a contained artist that does everything.
He has so many different talents and skills.
He's a guitar player with vocal percussions, vocal sounds.
He's an incredible instrumentalist. He's a very talented vocalist.
He's an amazing guitarist.
It's the guitar work, it's the songs, and it's the scat.
Which people call scatting, but I don't call it scatting. It's more like I think of it as an instrument.
When you see Steve perform and you hear his scat, you go, what's he doing? Then you go, what's he doing? This is great.
He's almost like a human beatbox, but it's a musical one.
I realized all those sounds were coming from Steve. There were 20 people down there inside of him. This was Bobby McFerrin with a guitar strapped to him.
His vocal stylings is something that I had never seen before.
You know, and I taught myself to sing, how to play guitar, how to read and write music, not as a potential career, but as a way of communicating.
It's obviously something that's unique and is Steve Oliver. It's something that's been inside of him all the way through.
It's actually sincere. And there's not too many people in the industry that you can say that about.
What I do is simply my own personal way of expressing my thoughts and feelings about what goes on around me.
I just listen to myself and what feels good to me, and I usually, you know, when that happens, it usually feels good to somebody else.
He's just so into what he's doing, and he's really, really creative guy.
Composing and playing music is my life. It's what I do and all I've ever really done. As far back as I can remember, I've been putting my thoughts to song.
He's a great composer.
The songwriting ability is just so prolific.
As a composer, you know, we feel that Steve can compete on every level.
It hits you. You know, I could be out doing yard work or doing anything, and then all of a sudden a song will come. You know, a lyric idea or a rhythm lyric, because lyrics are real rhythmic. I remember one time I wrote a song about a weed eater, and I just weed eater, weed eater, weed eater, weed eater, weed, and I just started repeating the word in a, you know, weed eater, weed eater. I had a rhythm, weed eater, weed eater, weed eater, and then it transformed into a song just from looking at a word on a box.
His first big single was High Noon.
When that song starts, your day just automatically gets brighter.
It's mesmerizing, eclectic, and different.
It's turned into an anthem for the smooth jazz audience.
When you realize that people are buying your records, it's overwhelming to say the least.
To see him perform is really, really impressive.
The intensity of the music, it impressed me.
But I think live, people get what you do more.
You have to see him perform to really understand his true artistry. He's an exciting artist to watch.
Steve is a jumping jack. Steve moves around. Steve's full of life.
His live performance just keeps getting better and better and better.
If you hear him, you're going to be stimulated enough to want to go out and buy the record.
Steve Oliver's latest record, 3D.
I play the record in the morning. It's a great way to start off the day.
He's got maybe 6 or 7 songs on here, original songs, that could be one single after another that radio will love and that public will love.
I
Every single song has a wonderful story to tell, and they all seem to work together so well, kind of like a short novel. Each song is a chapter of that novel, and the result is just fantastic.
From pop to R&B to some jazzy tunes and Latin.
It was just a sea of creativity, and I couldn't get enough of it, really.
Light just keeps on turning, yearning to stay in place.
I love writing lyrical songs along with instrumental because it's nice to me, it's a balance. I like that as a listener.
I feel very lucky and blessed that living my life and expressing myself the way I do has sort of evolved into a career as well.
We feel he can have that marquee name. We feel he can cross over into multiple formats.
Steve's just going to continue to grow as great artists do. He's going to have a long career.
Steve Oliver might become the preeminent superstar of guitar.
He's the real deal. We feel his potential is unlimited, and we plan on sticking with him for a very long time.
He's got something, and he's going to go the distance.
Anything he does is going to please the ear, and it's going to reach your heart in a wonderful way.
It'll make you feel good, you'll listen to it over and over again, and it'll brighten your day, and that's really what it's all about.